keeping it inside caused me health issues.
In the wake of the discoveries of hundreds of unmarked graves on the plots of former residential schools all across Canada, one residential school survivor is now sharing her story as the trauma of the discoveries put her in hospital. Susan Caribou went to Gee Hill Residential School near the Pas, Manitoba from 1970 to 1978. With the recent findings and the pain inflicted from the residential school system, Caribou has become increasingly ill.
I had first 2 mild heart attacks, and now I have to have an emergency surgery. If we don't talk about it as survivors, that's where it's going to get you at, is your own grave.
Caribou was forced into the residential school system at the age of 7. She has since left the hospital and has gone home, but says her stay at the St. Boniface Hospital brought her right back to the days of residential school.
I'm having nightmares here. I haven't had a decent sleep since I got here because part of this hospital was a residential school.
Yeah, it's had a huge effect on residential school survivors because they're reminded of all of the horrors that happened to them.
Indigenous mental health therapist Dr. Racine Valgerdson says the pandemic and on and off isolation periods has made things worse.
They had to kind of just move on without being able to unpack and talk about it. And the Truth and Reconciliation Commission work brought up some of that, but not all of it. And so for those people who did sort of just move on and push it down, it's now coming to a head. They can no longer kind of push it down.
For Caribou, the last few weeks have been very hard. She says she has had a hard time coping with the news of the unmarked graves and worries about what they might find in Manitoba.
Maybe this will start being a healing journey for the survivors. Maybe some of them will seek for help because I know I need help and I'm seeking for help with the elders.
In Winnipeg, Alex, Karpa City News.